What's up, everybody? Drew Wednesday, and this is my fourth week of Corona bullshit videos. I'm getting kind of bored with it myself, so if my numbers are dwindling. I totally get it. I'm not talking on any one special thing, just some observances uh, over the last week. Nothing in particular. I'm going to bounce around from here to there about some things that I noticed. Um, One, in the media, again, the way things are covered, um, how you still making this political? Uh, I look at a lot of different forms of media, but the left, how they are making this political still at this time is beyond me. I know the president can say some stupid shit sometimes. I still like his policies, but he says stupid shit. But you got to admit, over the last 2 weeks, he's been very presidential in his press conferences. He's been very calm. He's really not going over the edge with any comments. I think what he's doing behind the scenes and bringing private corporations in to help out with this is a big thing. So when I see him getting trashed now, when he's actually been giving compliments to actually Nancy Pelosi, uh, Mario Cuomo, he's actually given props to them during this whole thing. So maybe everybody could cool their jets a little bit until we get through this nonsense. Um, as far as local governments, when I look at, I'm in New York, so I see that Mayor De Blasio, our wonderful Big Bird mayor, the guy's an asshole. I mean, he's clueless. He does his press conference every day. It seems like it lasts for hours, with his little notebook. And all he does is bitches and complains that he doesn't have the resources. He wants big government to bail him out, and it's all Trump's fault. Well, let me tell you something, local governments. You have states' rights. You're allowed to be independent. Federal government is not there to hold your hand through every little issue. Um, this guy de Blasio is trying to blame Trump for not being prepared, not having masks. What did you do in your city? Were you prepared? Did you have on hand what you needed in this city to handle something like this? No, nobody did because nobody saw this coming. So that jerk should just stay off the TV, stop with his daily press conference nonsense, and maybe actually try, instead of being hours on TV, maybe get something done for the people of the city. Because I did notice the two largest areas hit. New York, number one, first of all. It's like 1/3 of all the cases in this country are in New York City. All right, so, you know, and look who runs these cities and look at the people that are in these cities, so I don't want to hear it. So that's a little political issue. Something else I did notice, on another note, while out shopping, these people who want to practice, social distancing, and if you have to go to the store, they wear their masks and gloves. Well, first of all, when you're done shopping, how about you try putting the gloves in a trash receptacle instead of throwing it on the street or in the parking lots? You go through any of these parking lots nowadays, they're littered with rubber gloves. You're disgusting pigs. That's what you are. All right? You care so much, you selfish fuck. Don't throw the shit on the floor. All right? I'm sorry. Stuff like that gets me pissed. And besides, you're an idiot anyway. Because I watch these people. I watch these people in the store. These are just a couple little observances. All right? I see this. This one guy. He's there. He's got his mask on. He's got his gloves on. Right? So he's there, and with his gloves, and he's pushing the cart. Right? You want to keep your hands off that dirty cart. He's pushing the cart. He's touching items. He's putting them in. Right? Doing all this stuff. And then what does the idiot do? He takes out his cell phone, and he's on the phone, and he's touching the cell phone with his possibly contaminated gloves, and he's taking the cell phone that he's touching, putting it to his face. You're an asshole. Why even bother with your gloves and the mask in the first place? All right? You're an idiot. I wanted to talk to him and explain that to him, but he went down the aisle too quick. But I thought that was kind of humorous. And then this one, I like this one too. There's this guy. He's in the shop, right? He's got his gloves on. He's got his mask on. He's pushing his cart with his two little kids. not protected at all. So, either you don't give a shit about your kids, or you don't realize that your kids are touching all the same shit, and then you got to touch your kids. So, what is the purpose? What is the purpose? Um, Stupid little observances. I mean, this whole thing is like totally out of control. And then locally, listen, I personally think the whole it's overblown. We've gone out of our minds with this thing. But we have a large Hasidic community in New York who feel that they are, you know what the Hasidic is the Hasidic Jews. They're the Orthodox Jews. You'll see them with their black hats, the long beards, and the curls, and all that. Um, they feel in their neighborhoods, and they can do whatever they want. They want to have parties. They want to have their religious observances. They're going to do it, no matter what the ban is. Now, personally, whatever. But the fact that they feel that they're exempt for these rules really pisses me off. All right, you're not friggin' special. My personally, I think you should do gate in their communities, let them all stay there, and let God figure it out for them. All right. So anyway, stupid little rant today on this nonsense. I really wish this was over, so I could just talk about other stupid shit that pisses me off and that are going on in the world. But unfortunately, we're not. Probably next week. I'm sure this is going to be going on for a while. I'm probably going to talk about China and why we should not be dependent on them for all the goods that we are. Anyway, got my corona cough, so I got to go. Have a good one, folks. Stay safe. Don't be stupid. Don't do stupid shit. And I'll talk to you next Wednesday.